Hello Battlefield fans, Wildchild here, welcome to some Battlefield 4 Night Operations DLC. That's right, this is my first gameplay, we're playing Conquest, and this is going to be so much fun. So we are going to be, actually I'm going to be talking about my loadout, why I chose this loadout, this weapon, and all this stuff. But first of all, I want to say this is hard, this whole Night Operations thing. It's I mean, not hard in a way that is difficult, but it's hard in a way that, strategy-wise, on your first game, I mean, I'm pretty sure you played this, but the first time you just feel weird because, or I feel weird because I didn't know how to tackle it. You know, like usually I go really aggressive. Usually I do certain things because I can see, but over here I cannot see. So I had to rely on my very trusty IRNV. So I'm gonna talk about my loadout. I'm being the support guy, and I chose the AK5C with the IRNV. Of course, the ammo packs and some C4 because C4 is awesome. And well, you may be wondering why the AK5C, my friend, right? You're probably asking, well, why this weapon? It's very simple. I like this gun because when you aim at the sight and you shoot a lot, it's very accurate. Okay, so I decided to keep my my kills on a medium to long range. I didn't want to go really close to them because it's too dark, right? So I was trying to take advantage of the weapon's accuracy and also take advantage of the IRNV, and you know, that way I'll be able to, you know, get the kills, defend flags, sector flags. So for me, I don't know, I thought it was a good loadout, and I like it. For my first gameplay, I like it, and it's pretty beast. So I highly recommend it. A lot of people just go with the sniper rifle. That's the first choice. Or sniper rifle, take everything on a long range. It's easy to spot the enemy, spotting the enemy, and you can get spotted. You know, and you know, to me, it's I don't know, unless you're like with a really good team, it's gonna work. But I mean, as always, sniper, just stay in the back and don't do much, and so on. But anyways, so the AK5C, my friend, will be my first weapon, you know, that I would recommend for the Night Operations DLC. So you can't go wrong with the AK5C. It's about 700 rate of fire, so it doesn't shoot too fast, not too slow. It's like something in between, and that's pretty good. Okay, you're not gonna run out of ammo that much, and if you are a support guy like myself, you can always throw some ammo, and you're all set. So to me, this felt like the right weapon just to start. Okay, and I'm gonna be playing more games, all the game modes, and try different weapons, see what I like, see what feels comfortable and also deadly at the same time. You know, we want to take advantage of the weapons and all the other stuff. Also, I have flares as my grenades, flares, just to throw it over there, just for fun. And I'm just testing out this loadout. I'm gonna try maybe next time the flare and some other stuff, maybe flashlight, with an SMG or something like that, and be more aggressive, see what works. But the idea is just to, or my plan is just to test out different weapons and bring you, you know, good ideas for you to, I don't know, just to have some fun. You can use the same loadout with any other weapon, you know, the A91, the SG553, any other weapon will do the job. But for me, I just like this one. You know, like I said, first gameplay, AK5C, you cannot go wrong with this one. So even if you're rusty, even if you haven't played Battlefield 4 in a while, and you try, you know, just to come back in this game, the AK5C will be pretty beast. So also, I'm gonna try some LMGs because if you watch my videos, you know I love LMGs. So I cannot wait later tonight just to bring some MG4 beast stuff going on here on on Graveyard Shift, and see what damage we can do to the enemy. But definitely, you cannot go wrong with the AK5C. So that's the weapon. Obviously, C4, I don't have to explain. We're gonna be destroying some vehicles. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very interesting. But once again, the strategy wise it's tricky because if you're too aggressive, obviously they're gonna see you. So you need to keep yourself like 50-50, being aggressive but also hiding at the same time. So you'll see me not at the beginning of this game because I was like confused, in a way, quote unquote confused, you know, and how am I going to approach this conquest. I never post conquest, but I thought this would be a good time to post some conquest, right? How am I going to approach the, you know, the conquest gameplay with everything is dark, you know, and how am I going to do this? You know, there's vehicles, there's a bunch of snipers, there's some craziness. how am I going to approach this, you know, like which flags am I going to focus on, and those sort of things, you know, takes me, at least to me, takes me a little while just to get in the to get in the zone, you know, just to like just plan out what I'm going to do in the game, right? So these few like first minutes, you know, they were just like kind of aggressive in a way. um obviously you watch me over here while capturing the C flag, keep an eye on the A flag. But one thing you'll see me doing later is obviously this guy. I almost missed this guy. We'll be flanking the enemy on foot, which I highly recommend. You'll see me not at the beginning, but probably in about 20 minutes or so. Uh, it was very good because the enemy are not paying attention to some of the outskirts in the game, and I like to do this when I play, you know, when there's late daylight as well, but they can see you. But this time around, it'll be a lot easier just to run on the outskirts of the map. You may encounter a maybe a random tank once in a while, but for the most part, when you see me running, there's like no one there because a lot of people like to hide, you know, in the buildings and do all this stuff, but they really watch, you know, the outskirts. So you can easily flank the enemy and just, you know, make it like a super run to the enemy's flag, to the enemy spawn, you know, to the other side, and maybe just wait there, have your squad mates respawn on you, and you know, just, you know, deal some serious damage to the enemy, and just destroy them, capture flags, and drive them crazy because they can see you, they don't know where you are, they don't know how many, so it's it's really intense. So once again, keep an eye on my gameplay here, and you'll see me in a little while just running the outskirts, and just making sure that you know, you don't want to be seen, and you want to be also in a way kind of stealthy. I wasn't using suppressor because I don't know, I just felt like using this gun like this. We'll see what happens. But once again, just like spotting the enemy, just keep an eye on the on like IRNV is like such a helpful piece of equipment. I love it for this one. Um, Keep an eye on those runs. Those runs on the outskirts, it's just, they're just pretty beast. You know, they're gonna help you out a lot. And also, what you want is you want to provide a good actually a good mobile spawn to your squad mates. You know, that's very important. You know, like you don't like if you if you're like in these random locations, right, and they respawn on you, like the enemy don't know what to do, right? Because all of a sudden they see that your team is in this part of the map, and then there's other guys capturing the other flag, and they're just like get all confused, right? When you cluster with your team in like one location, right? Let's say between the D and C flag, you know, just back there. You know, you're easy to spot, you're easy to spawn trap, you know, the enemy come with tanks, and they're just a chaos and helicopter. If they're pretty decent at that, you know, you're gonna get your butt kicked, you know, very easy, you know. I've seen this thing happen, and I've done it, you know, quite a few times. So that's what I'm saying. If you run these weird laps like I do, and you stay on the outskirts, they spawn on you, you know, you just open up the map, okay? So let's say there's a tank trying to kill your teammates on what's D and B, what are those flags back there are? Yeah, this, B and D, and all of a sudden you make this knife run and you are on the A flag, so now the tank is gonna run to A, try to kill you, which is gonna leave a good spot open for your team if they're smart enough, right, to push forward to the B flag, you know, maybe the C flag as well. So it all comes down to how you move in the map, and I cannot just tell you, man, just go these awkward locations, you know, just run. If you watch any of my battlefield videos, you know this. I love infantry. I love to run. I don't get in vehicles. I think I got in a tank in this game at some point, for a little bit. I just don't like it because I feel like too exposed, you know. So I mean, the key is to be very ninja, right? It's to be very ninja to spot, you know, helicopters, vehicles, everything. And I'm doing this sort of rush right here at the moment. See, trying to stay in the outskirts a little bit and try to push to the A flag, you know, and try to avoid being seen and just be like in a way stealthy. I think I'm gonna make it. So that's the idea. See, my squad mates, everybody's back there. I'm just gonna run over here, and it's kind of tricky because obviously you are in the enemy spawn, and you wanna stay stealthy, you want to stay ninja, you know, you want to be undetected. It's pretty difficult once they see someone's capturing the flag. But the idea is just to keep the enemy guessing. Okay, these quick runs, man, these crazy runs keeps the enemy guessing, and you get some kill here, a kill there, you kill a vehicle, you kill a tank, which you'll see me later on killing some tanks, destroying some tanks with the C4, and maybe you don't notice this, but it helps your team tremendously because you take some of the load from them. Okay, and that's the way that I see it. You take the load from them. Like all the enemy team is like trying to kill your team. All the enemy team is like back between D and B and everybody, and all of a sudden it's time to move away because some people are capturing C or B or A. So all of a sudden it's now so difficult for your team to push out of the spawn, and you know, everything just, you know, goes back to normal, and everything is so nice and easy. So at this point, I'm just like, you see the minimap, I'm surrounded by the enemy. I'm trying to play safe. I don't want to die too much. I don't want to be so obvious. See if I don't know, if one of my squad mates die at some point and spawn on me. But the key is to maintain or to keep myself off the radar. That's the trick. You can see my squad mate with the vehicle, but I want to keep myself off the radar just so the enemy don't know. So I'm being trying to work on my mobile spawn skills, but at the same time, you know, just ready as soon as these guys leave. I'm gonna capture this flag and so on. So once again, the key is to keep yourself undetected, and everything is fine. You know, everything is good. No need to play with too much defense. No need to play too aggressive. You know, you don't want to be so obvious in whatever you're doing, but if you know how to mix it up, you're going to create some really good problems for the enemy, you know, and your teammates. Even if they don't tell you, they're gonna love you because you know, you're being such a good player. So that's the key, you know, just to provide something that helps your team, you know, in different ways, by capturing, by being a good mobile spawn, you know, being in a good spot, and these sort of things help your team in different ways, and it's always good when you got these sort of teammates. So that's why I try to do that. I don't try to be the perfect, you know, player, but I try to do the best in order for my team to take advantage of what I'm doing, and also for me just to get some kills, because I love getting kills. I love, you know, being on top of the leaderboard, and I love, you know, just capturing the objective. So I try to do everything, try to like balance things out when I play these games, and most of the times it just works out very well, you know. In this sort of strategies works out very well. So anyways, to sum up, so far, just keep yourself unpredictable, you know, just don't be so obvious. I know you love using those vehicles. Sometimes it's good not using them. Sometimes it's good just like over here, I'm just being like surrounded by, I can see people back in the building. So what I'm doing over here is very simple, just keeping myself like off the radar. I'm pretty sure I'm spotted, right? So I'm just running behind all these I don't know, walls or whatever these things are, and everything. The tank is after me. I know it's after me. So like I said, I think there's two guys back in the building. I'm pretty sure they have flare or IRNV, so they can see where I'm at. But I'm trying just to keep them guessing. You know, I am trying not to let this gun answer this tank to kill me. You know, just once he gets bored, you know, he will leave, and so on. So I'm gonna catch this guy here off guard. That are running out of the spawn, obviously, and you know, it's all good. We're opening up the map. That's the thing. Open up the map. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've been in teams where they just like they cluster. I don't know why people like to cluster in one location when you got these huge maps. They just cluster in one location. I don't know. They feel so safe. I feel so unsafe because I think a spawn are very easy. You know, there's nowhere else to spawn. You know, the game keeps spawning you right there. Your teammates are not moving, so it's very like claustrophobic, and I don't like it. So for me, it's always about, you know, in a way, kind of staying away from my team, in a good way, staying away from my team, just so these sort of things don't happen. And I do the same thing, like in Call of Duty. You know, it's just basically the same thing. You stay away from your team, not because I hate them, but because it helps, you know, to open up new spawn points. And that's always good. Okay, so keeping yourself off the enemy's radar, that's always good. So, and what else I did, just run around basically. Sometimes I die because I didn't see the enemy. Obviously it's pretty dark. I was relying a lot on sounds, you know, hearing the enemy, reloading, throwing grenades, and that sort of things. So if you don't play with a headset, you need to put your TV very loud, and you'll be able to catch, you know, some of these guys doing that, you know, throwing grenades, reviving teammates and sort of things. And that will tell you, that will let you would know where they're coming from, where they're at. So it's pretty easy. So I think sound is or like sound horn, like we all know it, plays a huge role in this Night Operations DLC, or at least in this map, because you really it's hard to see, you know, and you're like so focused on whatever you're doing, and but you know, keeping I was going to C4 this guy, but keeping on, you know, your ears open, you know, always helps a lot. So what else we did over here? We didn't do that like much weird stuff. It's just like sometimes I think we made the right decision. Sometimes we made some like poorly decisions. People love to go up in the roof as well, just like they do when it's daytime. So be careful on that. Sometimes it's easier just to let them up, let them go up there. You know, if they're up there, just you keep playing the objective. You know, they're not gonna kill you. You have way more cover down there, and just play smart and try to just not fall into their game. You cannot see, you know, some of the claymores and things like that. So you know, sometimes it's just better just to let them go, and you'll probably catch them in a little while after, because they're gonna get bored if they don't get kills out there. You know what I mean? They're gonna get bored, they're gonna come down, they don't know what's going on down there, and then boom, you get them. So don't worry about those guys who like to go up in the roof. So I just like keep your like eyes and ears open to what's going on down here. Yes, those guys out there, it's just like, you know, a bunch of snipers and people like who don't like to play the objective. So sometimes it's good if they are on the enemy team, makes your job a lot easier, right? So what else happens over here? Oh, we destroy the vehicle, that's always good. And you know, you catch a lot of people off guard. I noticed that. Obviously it's dark, and I was caught on guard like this one over here. It's easier to catch an enemy off guard, and of course gonna happen the same to you. So it's just so much fun. I think it's so much fun, and there's no really like, so what I play, you know, in this game, like a really way to do things when it comes to night operations. You know, it's just really crazy because it's so dark. Yes, we got the IRNV of the flare, but still, you know, if someone throws a flare, you're done. You know, I don't know how much I'm going to love running out with a flashlight. You know, I don't know if it's so obvious, but I'm gonna give it a try and see how that works out, and maybe if I can find a good loadout for the flashlight. But for the most part, I think it's safer just to go on a medium to long range. I think it's a safe distance for you to destroy the enemy. You know, if you stay behind cover, if you play smart, medium to long range will be a beast in this game. There's some people on the enemy team being aggressive. I got them a couple of times, so it's easier to spot them. It's easier to, even though it's so dark, but it's easier to spot these guys being aggressive. You know, if you have your flare, your IRNV, it's easier to spot them, you know, running, because they're like so obvious. They run in the middle, they do all this stuff. They use the SMGs, which are, I mean, I love SMGs and they're pretty beast at close range, but at nighttime, you know, medium to long range, that's not gonna work so much. So you need a weapon that, you know, takes advantage of the distance, you know, of like, all these guys run around with SMGs. So to me, like I said, the AK5C is one of the best, one of my favorites weapons in this game. Probably, and man, this is gonna be so much fun, and you can look forward to more gameplays with different guns, because I'm looking forward to use the M16. The M16 burst fire over here is gonna be a monster, and I'm gonna find, you know, a good loadout, maybe IRNV or maybe the flare, the M4 as well. So it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be like a lot of really cool weapons to play this map. Hopefully they bring more maps in, you know, in nighttime. But it's gonna be very interesting. So I think what's gonna be really king over here will be medium to long range. Although, like I said, I'm gonna be rushing around with different loadouts, see how it works, and I'm gonna post those gameplays and I'll show you what to do, maybe what not to do. When we don't use this loadout because you're gonna get your butt kicked. Sort of gameplay. But I think, yeah, medium to long range is gonna be really interesting here. So like the M16 against snipers, man, that thing is gonna be a monster. So I cannot wait to bring you some maybe domination, maybe some rush, TDM as well on these maps. Sometimes it's really hard to see. Sometimes it's like, man, it's like in a way annoying, but good annoying, right? Because I don't wanna be looking down the scope all the time. So it's like, oh, over here, man, just like got me this stupid vehicle. I was trying to destroy it, but it's just like so far away. I can't kill him. I wanted to get a kill revenge on that guy with the vehicle. Um, this is why I don't really play much of a conquest and rushing. I don't really like the vehicles, you know. So I'm really looking forward to domination and TDM on this map at nighttime. Like no vehicles. It's gonna be very cool. I expect a lot of snipers. I expect a lot of people hiding in corners. Um, it's gonna be very cool. Actually, after this gameplay, I played a rush game. We lost because the all the enemy team were just inside the MCOMs. You know, it's just like it's so boring. So it's just like I say, it's just hard to play. I don't want to say hard to play, but just people camping in those MCOMs, the first set of MCOMs, and just like very tricky. So I got a bunch of kills. You know, I got a lot more kills than that in that one. But it was just so, and we have the MCOMs a couple of times, but just like so like claustrophobic and not being able to look to see, and so I don't know. I'm thinking about, well, developing some sort of strategy that I got in my head at the moment when it comes to rush, maybe domination, and I already got a couple ideas on what to do in that situation. So we'll see if it works. But like I said, it's tricky, and it's very fun. It's very fun and challenging, and I accept the challenge because you know this is going to help us, you know, improve our gameplay. So it's gonna be all good. So we're trying to steal this B flag, which seems like it's not protected, but I don't know. Like this, yeah, this guy over here, he was not paying attention. This guy is he was rushing with the CBJ. So we took advantage of this guy. He being aggressive, he wasn't looking around. You have to look around. I think you have to watch your corners a lot more in this night DLC than daytime, you know, because it's easier for someone just to sit down and just not being spotted, not being detected. So you really need to have those, and that's my idea, to have those flares. And I think you get 3 flares. I just throw those flares, man, around the flags, and see if you know, you can catch one of these guys off guard, because it's really hard to see. And if the guy's using the flare or IRNV, he won't be able to look through the scope. So it's I don't know, it's something that I'm working on at the moment, just to develop some sort of stuff in order to overcome these campers and people who just like really don't move, and you know, it's just like it's not so difficult to get in those MCOMs. It's just like you have to look to the scope and maybe sweep, you know, left to right, see you can spot someone before you go in, and then you know in the process you get killed. So it's way more difficult. So I like that. I like the challenge. I think it's very awesome. So it's very interesting the way, or the stuff that we have to change in our game style in order to overcome these little obstacles, right? So it's a nice challenge. I like it, and I just had a good time playing this. It was so different from what I've been playing, you know, in Battlefield. Everything daytime, everything is like so like right there. You can see everything, you know. It's so good. So it definitely creates this like shocking moment in like what to do. How am I going to do this? So that's why I think people are just deciding, just I'm just going to snipe once again and stay in the back. And that's horrible, because if you got those guys on your team, um, you're not gonna win. So you definitely cannot be so lazy. But let's check out what's going on over here, man. We're doing good on points wise. You know, we got 3 flags at the moment. Trying to steal once again this A flag, and we got a teammate over here helping. So that's great. So this is basically what I did, man. Sneaking up on the enemy, being sneaky, being stealthy, being ninja. It's awesome here. You know, it's better than, in my opinion, is better than being aggressive in a way to just to looking for kills. Like you can just run through this map, you know, and it's, without being spotted. It's just so awesome because everybody's so focused on other things, and so distracted because they obviously they can't see. So the idea is, once again, take advantage of all these little weaknesses that people have. So you are so lucky, or I'm lucky, that this video doesn't get 1 million views, so people don't know these tricks. So you are lucky. So next time you play this game, man, make sure that you run through that outskirts, and you'll be golden. I'm pretty sure. And if you do, come back to this video and thank me, or tell me if I'm wrong. But it's just like so much easier, just to run to the enemy flag and just to destroy them. So look at it, just like the AK5C, it's just a beast, so accurate. So once again, give it a try to this loadout, AK5C with the IRNV, and you will be golden, my friend. You will be golden, and make sure that you keep everything on a medium to long range, and that's all you need. All you need to do in order to get, you know, a bunch of kills and to win the game. So what else? Helicopters, you know, hopefully you get some good teammates and can destroy the enemy's helicopters. But I didn't have that much trouble with enemy vehicles. Once again, the darkness of the map helps a lot for you to sneak up on the enemy. And the last tank kill that I get, it was pretty obvious. It was a nice setup. Okay, so we do this. I'm pretty sure you have done this, but it's a good way to set up a nice kill, and just a little bit of patience, and that's all you need in order to destroy the enemy and to annoy them. Once they're annoyed, once they're pissed off, they just play badly, they just make, you know, bad decisions in the game, and we take advantage of all that and we turn it around. Okay, so at some point we were losing this game, like we were winning, then for some reason teammates were not capturing flags, so the enemy were taking advantage of that. But I don't know if we got some new people in the team, or my teammate decided, hey, let's play the objective. Whatever the reason is or was, we went nuts on flags once again, and we turned things around, and you know, we took advantage of the enemy being lazy. Well, we're not lazy, because they were playing the objective, but we took advantage of the situation, and you know, we changed things around. So that's just pretty great. So at this point, I just got hit. I don't know where the guy is. I decided just to play maybe a little safe and try to maybe run away like a little chicken and take some cover and wait, see if I can get my health back up and go back and try to steal some of those flags. So little things that I do in game, whether it's nighttime or daytime, I do these: run away, maybe try to get the guy from a different angle. Sometimes works, or most of the time works. Sometimes, you know, it gets me killed when I try to go back. But you know, like so far it's working once again. You know, I don't know where the guy is. I don't know where the guy went. All I know, it's pretty dark, and I'm trying to. Okay, there you go. He's looking somewhere else. We took advantage. Yeah, he was trying to kill my squad mate, and I took advantage. But once again, run away, and now it's time to come back and try to steal this flag. I think the guy is like over here somewhere. So this is the the trick once again. Obviously, I get blind as well, but by my own flare. But since C is blue, now it's time to go for B. So I think went pretty smooth. I don't want to say it was a bad gameplay. It was pretty fun. Definitely, once you get used to the darkness. Oh, look at this guy. He was not paying attention. And look at this. I'm gonna catch this guy over here. I saw a little orange thing moving down here. Oh, you saw it? There you go. There it is. And I know he's coming, trying to revive his teammate. And there you go. We got him, and we're gonna capture this B flag. So once again, you need to pay attention to what's going on. I know it's dark. I know it's crazy. It's a lot of little beautiful colors all over the place, you know, by the flares. But you need to keep those ears open and those eyes open, and you'll see these guys that are like maybe too focused. Maybe they didn't watch or didn't pay attention to this corner. They didn't watch this video, right? And that's why they getting killed, and we're taking advantage of all this. So it's definitely once again a very good challenge. It's definitely very interesting to be playing this, and man, I guarantee you we're gonna bring some very cool loadouts and some very cool killing machines, man, for this graveyard shift map. You know, it's pretty awesome. I think the map is perfect. Like at first people were complaining about, you know, why South 311, you know, why this map. I think it's very cool. I like it. I like it. I think it's the perfect map for this. Kind of like a jungle-ish, you know, out in the woods, you know, type of area. I think it's very cool. I don't know if they're gonna bring more maps, but I like this one. I like this one. It's very cool and very like straightforward. and I think that's awesome. So no complaints when it comes to the map. I like it. I like it, and I think it's very interesting. So over here, this is just horrible accuracy. I don't know why this guy didn't die, but I know he's trying just to go around. I heard the guy running, so I'm just gonna go over here really quick because I can hear the guy running. See, I know he's coming right over here, and yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, sir. We just heard your footsteps and we kill you. So anyways, I think there's a tank. There was like somebody back there. But once again, we're just gonna go around. We're just gonna, you know, play chicken a little bit, hide, and just make sure that we get our health back up, and then we will focus on the flag. So we're gonna hide in this train over here, this thing, and we're gonna wait for the health to just to get back up, and everything is good. So I think it's all about, once again, playing smart. You know, I always say this in my videos. You have to play smart. You have to take your time to do your thing. Okay, do your thing, whatever it is. Medic, you know, whatever you're doing, revving teammates, you know, you take your time, you take a quick look, take a quick scan on what's going on. You make sure that you know your surroundings. I know it's dark, so that's why you look. If you're using the IRNV like I'm doing over here, you take a quick. You see me just looking at the scope, taking a quick look left, right, what's going on, and then you keep moving and so on, and obviously, you know, listening. What's going on? You know, because people yell, throwing grenades. I need ammo, things like that. So make sure that you're paying attention, and it is gonna be so much fun in so much like easier in a way over here. You know, so much easier. I know there's a tank over here. We're trying to play smart. As a tank, you know, there's like a couple of deaths in my team, but you know, we are good. Everything is fine. And yeah, this guy spot me. So I'm trying just to see if we can see for this guy, but now one of my teammates beat me to it. So we don't have to worry about. So I think this is this part over here where you see me running at the outskirts. This is where I'm like, you know what? Look at that. I'm gonna go really far away, really close to that red line, and I am going to push forward. This time, push forward. And there will be like no one watching this whole area. So this is what I talked about before. This rush, my friend, is gonna be golden, where you play rush, conquest, domination, from moving flag to flag, to being stealthy, sneaky, to moving from location without worrying about dying or the stupid death. This is the run that you want to make, because it's so much easier. So okay, I'm gonna stop over here and get this B flag, trying to spot the enemy over here. But there's like no one over there. It's like really no one. Like I said, you may see a tank, you know, coming your way, but for the most part, you know, they always go in the middle because they feel so tough. They feel like so protected, so they usually go middle. But you'll be so safe, and that you will be able to reach that A flag, or in this case the B flag, with no problem, without being spawn trapped, and everything is so good. So you see me just looking, taking a quick scan. That's what I was talking about, taking a quick scan, because you don't know what the enemy is. If they're hiding behind the stairs back there, you don't know what's going on. You know, people are very sneaky over here, so we need to be sneaky as well. We need to be smart, you know, at the same time. We need to be smart. So you know, it's all good. You know, everything just paid off over here. I'm so nervous because I'm like, whoa, I'm like so exposed. There's like, I have no wall to protect me. I'm looking left, back, you know, left and right, you know, front and back. Yeah, so like exposed, and I thought that I was going to die, but no, I think we made it. I think we made it so good, and I keep an eye on that A flag. So, but anyways, I threw that flare back there because I wanted to see if there's an enemy coming that way. Or I should have thrown in the middle, but over there, just in case someone was coming. And this is some BS. I think I was on target in this guy. But anyways, the idea is just also to throw the enemy off guard. You throw a random flare, something that, you know, gives you some light in certain areas. The enemy, obviously, they're looking around because they can't see you, they don't know where you are. So just like I did that, you catch the guy on off guard, and you get some easy kills. You get to capture, you know, the flag, and it's all good. So once you get the hang of it, it's so much easier, and it's so much fun, and everything is good. So look at this. Once again, we're gonna make the same run to the outskirts. Well, over here I'm trying to carry the B flag. We're gonna make the same run to the outskirts because no one's watching that flank. So that's one thing you need to do. keep an eye on what's going on, how the enemy is playing, and we're gonna get this vehicle. They were not paying attention. The guy was focused on whoever was on up in the roof of my team, and he did not, pay attention that I was pretty much right in front of it. So didn't take advantage of the situation, and but we did. So we're gonna go over here. Obviously, as always, behind cover. The guy didn't know what's going on, and thank you very much, sir. You're gonna give us some crazy points because we get the we get the vehicle as well. So see, like no one's watching this. No one was watching this whole area. Like enemy focus so much on trying to spawn trap your team that they forget some of the basic stuff. Some of the basics that they usually forget that, or most of the time, if not all the time, they forget that. If they see a weak team, the first thing in their mind is, oh, let's spawn trap them and let's get a bunch of kills. That doesn't work all the time, my friend. It doesn't work all the time. If you have a guy like myself, or probably like you, and on the team, you will be able to easily like escape. Just to find a way to escape, and then boom, your squad may spawn on the other side, and then all of a sudden, it's a whole different game. So that big rush right there is really important. It's really key. And over here, I don't know who's like around this area. Waiting for some of my squad mates, see if they respawn on me. There's like two are dead. See if they respawn on me, help me out with this A flag. But the idea was just to keep the enemy guessing, just to even though we have a bunch of flags over here, we have like what 3 flags, so it's all good. But I wanted just to make sure that we got a good amount of points. Okay, so this guy spawned on me. Thank you very much. And now we are able to steal this flag. So I would say going up in the second floor, it's good, which is what I'm trying to do over here. But something weird is gonna happen. I think there's a gas tank or something over here. I thought I was safe, which I didn't see. Obviously it's dark, and yeah, unlucky, something stupid is about to happen in this game. So yeah, you can go in this building and just don't go up here and die like I did, because I think it's a propane tank or something there. Yeah, I flipped out, but I flipped out on that day. I know, I was like, what killed me? But for the most part, yeah, go to the second floor is pretty good. You can catch the enemy looking for you. They usually look on the first floor. They usually go crazy with tanks, but you got a little bit protection being in the building. So if you go to that spot, just make sure that you destroy whatever that was. I think the propane tank. Make sure that you destroy it first so you don't die, and you should be all set. That's all you need to destroy the enemy. So I mean, I like it. I like the whole idea. It just changes the whole perspective on how to play this game, and it's just so much fun. So over here, once again, this guy, oh, a little too late to the party. He was maybe focused on my teammate. I think he had a flashlight. I was getting blind over here. Pretty good. So, and we keep an eye on the minimap with the city, so they got running around. So this is why I like the AK5C. Those long range shots, man, so accurate. Medium to long range, it's so perfect, so perfect. At least for me, it's just so nice. So I love it. I love it. So we're gonna try to rescue my team over here, but I think they're fine. I think they're fine. They don't need my help. They don't need my help, not yet. But for the most part, we just we took advantage of our strategy, of our like knowledge, gaming knowledge, which is not crazy, but it's all about common sense, and it's all about no ego stuff, no nothing, but just about just taking a moment or two and thinking, okay, what am I going to do next? Okay, what am I going to do next? How am I going to approach this? It's pitch black. Of course you need some extra tools like the IRNV flare, the flare and all this stuff. But this is the fun part. This is the tank over here. He knows where I'm pretty sure I'm spotted, and I know it, and I assume that I've been spotted, right? And I assume they know where I'm at, so I'm trying to play hard to get over here, and I'm gonna lure this guy into my trap because I love doing this. Yeah, they know where I'm at, so I'm trying just to run from location to location, trying to keep this guy's attention on me. That's key over here. Just keep this guy attention on you, and you'll see in a little bit why I'm saying this. So you make sure that the guy keeps an eye on you, that he knows where you are a little bit, and you're gonna make him pay for the mistake. So the key is just to put the, like, this 3 C4s on the ground, right? And you lure them to the C4. It's pretty simple. My team over there just died. I don't think so. I don't think it's a good idea what he did. But what I think is better just to do this. So I want to make sure that this guy sees where I'm at. See, I'm gonna show my big head, and I'm gonna say, hey, I'm right here, right? I'm gonna say, hey, I'm right here, and he's gonna fall right through it, and we're gonna get the kill. So it's very fun. It's very fun. So this is what I was talking about. We had a good time, and we're just making sure this guy's falling, and everything changes. Your strategy changes in this thing. It's just so awesome. So I think he's going away. He's going like far away. I don't know why he went that way. Yeah, I got a little confused because I don't know what's going on. But the beauty is that we got my squad mate that spawned right over here. So we already here in A. We pretty much won this game. If you look at the ticket count, just pretty much, it's a victory. But I just want to get this guy because I hate guys on tanks. So I like to destroy them. So the key is over here. Look, I'm gonna let this guy see me. There you go. Thank you very much. I think he saw me a little bit. He's after me, and we just kill him. So that's how we do things, my friend. I was laughing. I was having a good time. So anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Wildchild. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, this commentary, and as always, if you haven't, please check out my channel, my videos. Man, 40 minutes commentary. Wow. Check out my Until Dawn playthrough live commentary, The Witcher 3, Batman Arkham Knight, Destiny, more of my. There's a lot of Battlefield 4 in my channel, so check them out, and stay tuned for more of these night operations and weapons lot that I want to be posting pretty soon. Alright, thank you for watching. Later.